Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and this is the Deebot X2 Omni by Ecovacs. It's the latest in robot vacuum technology. I'm going to start right in my bathroom because that has got to be the germiest and messiest place, or at least one of them in my house. People spill all kinds of things. There's all kinds of liquids that end up on that bathroom floor. And in this case, it's some green mouthwash and it's some yellow liquid. A yellow liquid is often on a bathroom floor, just saying. So I wanted to make sure we could see that on the floor just for demonstration purposes. Now there's an app to use with the Deebot X2 Omni. Now here it is. I'm going to have it do the hot mopping. When you press that, the machine goes through a cycle, and let me show you how hot those mopping pads are. I took out a normal temperature, like you would take your baby's temperature, and I put it on there, and it was so hot it flashed red, because I want to show you the water on those mopping pads are hot. I placed it on the floor and away it went to clean. It's good to have heated mopping for bathrooms for all those liquids. And as my Deebot X2 Omni is working to clean the floor, and the fact that it has a rectangular shape gets really good coverage on straight areas, because every home has edges that are flat and straight. You want the maximum coverage of a robot vacuum for those areas. The square design of this robot allows for super efficient cleaning along those edges. And around the toilet gets a lot of spills, and I was really happy to not have to touch that with my hands. My Deebot X2 Omni robot vacuum cleaned that area just great. And in the end, my bathroom was spotless without me having to clean that bathroom. I just had closed the door and locked it in there, and it cleaned. In about 5 minutes, I went to look, and everything was all mopped up. And if you've been following my channel, you know I have the most precious black and white kitty cat. But that cat's a mess. And I have a big old house, and my house has all these different rooms, and some of them are with carpet. And the Deebot Omni X2 is great for cleaning carpets too. I have this room that's become my cat's favorite hangout spot. My cat had been sick and I needed it to recover, so I gave it all its favorite little things right here. It's got the food it likes to eat. These are the snacks. It just loves to munch all day. I mean, it's a big cat. Meow Meow's an eater. And this is Meow Meow's favorite hangout. As you can imagine, the kitty cat is everywhere in this room, including underneath this bed. On this particular day, it was a mess under the bed. The cat was there, had been hanging out, I don't know how long. Dust bunnies were everywhere. It always happens. This is very standard for underneath beds, believe it or not. And with that mess, it was time for me to send my Ecovacs Deebot X2 Omni to go under that bed and clean. There was a lot of cleaning to be done. My Deebot X2 Omni was a master at cleaning underneath the bed. I have lights down here, but it wouldn't have needed lights to clean. It can clean in the dark, and in the end, it got all of that. It had been working under the bed and cleaned everything. All the mess that kitty cat made was gone without me having to crawl under that bed and get it. My Ecovacs Deebot X2 Omni sucked everything right up with that powerful vacuum suction power. Well, just in case your lion cub actually want to hang out on the floor, the Deebot X2 Omni has a great obstacle avoidance feature. It's not going to run over your cat or your lion cub. The obstacle avoidance feature is exceptional. It has a dynamic obstacle avoidance, and that's able to navigate around still objects or even moving objects, like people walking through a room. It's not going to go disturb their walk path. Now this is my family room, and this family room gets to be such a mess. There's all kinds of things that the kids somehow bring down here. Well, in this case, it's me, and I'm throwing up a whole lot of sprinkles. These are like the party sprinkles you would have on a cake. And I threw them up in the air, and all over the carpet they went. But no, that wasn't enough of a crazy party. When the kids are down here, they also are munching on chips. And pieces of chips fly around too. Into the air and onto the ground they go, any old way. And then sometimes people stomp on those chips. That would be me. And grind them into the carpet. Like, really? But that's what happens. That's what an active family does. Well, and sometimes you just want to have a celebration. And maybe white rice is what you want to throw for that celebration. Well, that's what I was doing. Ta-da! The mess is done. Look at that mess. There's a little bit of everything in here, of all sizes and all colors. And let me just say, rice is heavy. Chips may not be heavy, but that rice sure is. And I'm going to use my voice to get this party cleaned up. Okay, Ego, start vacuuming. And away Ego went to clean up that mess. And of course, whatever's flying around a room invariably goes underneath the couch. I just don't know how gravity works that way, but it just does. That's something I never would have been able to clean except by moving my couch. The Deebot X2 Omni makes it so I don't have to ever move my couch to clean underneath it. And my couch is only 4 inches above the floor. The height of the Deebot X2 Omni is less than 4 inches. Great for getting under all kinds of furniture. It was hunting for the particles and the crumbs. Well, let me tell you about that vacuum suction power. It has 8,000 PA. What does that mean, you might ask? Well, PA is an air pressure that's measured in Pascal units, and it refers to the force created by the vacuum to draw in air and household debris such as dust, crumbs, and hair. The higher the air pressure, the greater the suction power. A 1 PA is just a teensy bit of dust. The Ecovacs Deebot X2 Omni robot vacuum has 8,000 PA of suction power. That's the highest rating of suction power for a robot vacuum yet. This is the year 2023, and Ecovacs has made the Deebot X2 Omni that powerful. It lifts up those mopping pads to over a ½ an inch. It's 15 millimeters of auto lift mopping. And while it's cleaning, it has a roller brush. That roller brush is almost 8 inches long. It's an extra long roller brush. And that's what's whipping up all those sprinkles and all that debris into the vacuum to suck it up. Not only is my Deebot X2 Omni getting all the sprinkles, it's finding that cat hair too. Many households have lots of pets. You really need a robot vacuum to keep up on this on a daily basis. This makes getting that hair off your rug so easy. You can do this daily. I love that it's such a great cleaner for pet hairs. It cleaned it really well. Here's an overview of the cleaning process. It has a navigation to understand the cleaning parameters of the room. It did all this cleaning in about 10 minutes, and that was a really big mess. And after cleaning, it'll go back into its deck and it empties all the dust and debris it collected right into the dust bag, which is inside the unit. And let me show you what I got. For typical households, that bag will last about 2 to 3 months, depending on how hairy and how much dirt you have in your house. I'm taking it out here. You just pull it out like this, and look at this feature. By pulling it out, it closes, so none of the debris and the dust that's inside gets out that you would have to breathe. That's a great feature of this tab. Well, here I am opening the tab because what I want to prove to you is all the stuff it got off the floor. In just those 10 minutes, check this out. I'm shaking it out onto this white plate so you can see all that stuff. What? It's gross, but it makes the point. Even the hairs. I'm just pulling out some of the hairs, and you can see they're still in the opening of this bag. I'm not going to pull them all out. I'm done. But that is how much stuff it got from the floors and underneath my couch. I just think that's amazing. What a great job it did. Back goes in the dustbin. Easy. Just put it in the slot like that. It slides all the way in, and it's ready to go for next time. I'm closing the door. All done. Look at my room. Look at how clean it is. Look how great the carpets look. My Deebot X2 Omni robot vacuum really cleaned up well. And the Deebot X2 Omni was working, and I was in a whole other area of the house, and I go back and found it so beautiful and clean. Now I want to show you how big that roller is underneath. I want to check it for hairs. So I'm flipping the whole thing upside down so you can see underneath that extra long roller brush, and look at the rubber on it. That is perfect for the hairs. The hairs aren't going to get all tangled in a brush. It's a rubber piece that goes around so nothing's tangled. It got up all the dirt and there's nothing left on the roller brush. I'm twirling it around for you to see. That's a new innovation. The Deebot X2 Omni has an advanced 3D mapping. It learns its environment before it starts to clean, and it remembers the mapping of a room. That's cutting edge intelligence. Because of the Ecovacs parent company, they have done R&D on that reinforcement learning and deep learning. It has navigation positioning with a dual laser LiDAR. So as it's working this room and getting all the cleaning done, it had 2 laser LiDARs helping it to learn fast so it could clean fast and clean efficiently. Whenever I go to a new room, I want to have the mopping pads clean, so I press Station Features and I go to Mopping Pads Cleaning and I press that, and this is what it sounds like. It told me it's going to start washing the pads in hot water. And that's what it's doing. It tells you the progress right here on your phone. And it's gonna gurgle. It only takes about 30 to 40 seconds to finish this whole process. It's cleaning both of the mopping pads and also it's heating up the water. Now I want it to clean. So start cleaning.
Hot air drying completed. Start vacuuming while mopping.
It's going to scan the room, figure out where it's going to go, and it's going to do its work. I like to take a little spin around to see where it's going to go. And in cleaning this room, I have a hardwood floor and a carpet, and that carpet's thick. It's able to hop from the hardwood floor and go up to the carpet and clean that carpet. And it knows when it gets off the carpet to go back to the floor and mop. That is artificial intelligence. And to empty out the dirty water tank and fill it with clean water, you just open the top cover and they come right out. They have great handles. It's really easy to pull them out. I took them right over to my kitchen sink and I dumped out that dirty water. Now this dirty water had been cleaning my whole house. Everything you saw in this video, that water was dirty. Filling the water tank is easy. I had popped open the lid and filled it with clean tap water, just normal temperature. It will do the heating internally to have you mop with that hot water. And once that's done, I just popped back in the clean water tank and the dirty water tank and closed the lid, ready to start cleaning again. And if you're going to watch your pet, you could enter the video manager.
Live video has started.
And you can have a live video. And there's a camera on front in case you want to see your furry creature resting or eating or whatever you want to capture. That's innovative. And on the camera feature, there's all kinds of different controls you can have. It shows you the map of the room, and you can use this toggle to have it move around in the room. And other features here, including patrol, a voice call, return to station, all kinds of different things. That's interesting. And a lot of data is on the app, including the mapping of different rooms. And it has a log telling you how many square footage you've cleaned, the time it's been working, and the times that you've cleaned. It's really interesting. And there's so many other features of the settings like scheduling, and you can share this, which is new, so that other family members might take control of getting the house vacuumed. That's a great feature. All kinds of different things. I like the continuous cleaning because when I want it to clean, I want it to keep cleaning until I tell it to go home. That's just how I like using mine. Ecovacs is a great company, and I've reviewed many of their vacuums, and this is the latest in 2023. It's the most powerful and the most advanced yet, which is so cool for me to check this out. The design is beautiful and universal. I've showed you it in each of the rooms, so let me show you it in my living room. I just had redone my floors to hardwood floors. And in my entry, there is a stairwell. And just like all the other models, this Deebot X2 Omni is not gonna fall down and break itself going downstairs. I tested it over and over and over. It's just gonna avoid it. It had learned very quickly that there were stairs there, and after that learning, it was deep learning. It has a battery life of about 2 hours, and that can clean a house about 2,200 square feet, or 200 square meters. That's an amazing power coupled with the intelligence in order to do that, to get to the next level of where it needs to clean. When you order your Deebot X2 Omni Robot Vacuum, it comes right to your door. This is all sides of the box. It's very well designed. This Deebot X2 would make a great gift. I opened up the box, and this is how it came packaged. I took it out layer by layer, and then I put everything out on my counter so you could see how well the packaging was so nothing will get scratched or damaged during shipping. Here's a close-up from top to bottom. And here is the top. I've opened it so you can see where the dust bag goes in. Here's the back with the labels, and below is the electrical outlets. Here's a close-up of the top label, and here's a close-up of the power input with an on and off switch. I opened up the top, and you can see great illustrations of all the important features you'll need to know. So in case you lose your user manual, you have that to refer to. It's all the important features that you'll be needing to know for the maintenance of your Deebot. Here's a tank. So the dirty tank is dark, the clean tank is light. I took the tanks out, and let me show you what the interior of the Deebot looks like. That's where the tanks go. Now this is the lower part of the station. This is where your Deebot fits in. I brought the cameras really close so you can see. This is where it's going to go in to charge. That's the inner details of the workings of the Deebot X2. This is what the vacuum disc looks like. This is the top of your Deebot X2 vacuum. It has a very sleek design. It has a metallic looking finish. And here's the bottom view. I took off the cover, and now you can see what's under that. There is a dustbin right in the center. And there's the red lever at the top to turn the Deebot on and off. And here's where you're going to find your QR code to get it all tapped in so you can download the app, and they make it easy by putting the QR code right there. You'll never lose it. I flipped the whole thing over so you can now see the bottom view. We see the washable mopping pads. On each of the sides, we see the anti-drop sensors. That's so it's not going to fall off stairs. And behind that is the floating rubber brush release buttons, and that's how you would get into the brush inside. And on the back are back auto drop sensors, so it won't fall downstairs. On the top is a universal wheel, and that helps direct it. It's like the steering wheel. On each side are the big heavy-duty plastic driving wheels. Now in the front, we see the artificial intelligence 3D cameras. That's great. That's going to help you map out your rooms quickly with those 2 cameras. It also helps you keep an eye on your pets if you'd ever want to use that feature too. Now here's the other side. We see the charging contacts, the 2 metal things at the top. Underneath that is a water inlet. That's going to put your hot water right into your mopping pads. I took out the brush inside. Now that's the rubber brush that's going to pick up everything and push it into the machine to get sucked up. I wanted to show you how simple the design is, so it's really easy to clean. The black rectangle is a charging base. Above that we have the power cord, and above that the user manual. Here's a close-up of the charging cord. It plugs into any North American 120 volt outlet with 3 prongs. Here's a close-up of the side brush to whisk in all the particles into your vacuum, and that's going to be inserted into the top left corner underneath your vacuum. To get to your roller brush, you just need to pull out the part. Let me show you how that's done. Now where the mopping pads go, I have pulled it apart because they just fit on by Velcro. That's what it looks like without the mopping pads on it. And this is a dustbin with a true HEPA filter. You'll check that every now and then to make sure nothing's got clogged in it. It has instructions on how to check it, and it's all washable. And this is how it all fits together. Now here's a close-up of the station. We're looking right at the dust collection cabin with the base ramp attached to the station. And here it is, the Deebot X2 Omni floor cleaning robot. Here it is all together. What a great design, and what a great floor cleaning robot. Vacuum technology has come so far these past couple of years, and they've kept up with households with pets and all the messes they make, and the most germy of the spills with heated hot technology of this Deebot X2 Omni, and fun parties with sprinkles all around, so you can have a really clean home with anything that life is thrown onto your floors. Click the link below to get your Deebot X2 Omni by Ecovacs. It's the latest and greatest of 2023. I'm Rebecca Brand. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is for a really clean house with the latest of technology and robot vacuums. Thanks for watching. And if you like this video, here's some more recipes over there, including some family recipes and some cakes. In case you want to have sprinkles where they really belong, on a cake.